Before you book any load, you gotta make sure you know what kind of equipment you have. Okay, so over here I'm gonna show you basic trailers, basic type of transportation equipment that you're gonna come across. So the first one here is a dry van. It's a 53 feet, okay, and two axles tandem. This is the most common thing. Anytime you're booking dry goods, when a customer says dry goods, that's where it's supposed to go. You can fit it anywhere, but dry goods need to go. In a dry van, you sometimes, let's say you're hauling hazmat batteries. You might not want to put it in a heater. I'm gonna come across with a different equipment type right now. So after the dry van, there are two types. Normal dry van without a heater. It's a box which basically gets the trailer to the ambient temperature. Okay, then you come across, it's a reefer trailer. I already have it served up here, I guess. A reefer trailer. So this is what a reefer looks like. Okay, if you see, this is what a reefer looks like. So that's the temperature control unit here, the exact temperature controller. There's a chute over here. Basically the air gets into this and then transfers into the whole trailer, controls the temperature. You see the floors, they're metal, and you see there's the sides do not have a railing to basically tie down. It's usually called the E-track. Okay, customers do require it when they're hauling specific stuff. So I'm gonna show you a different trailer. You see this trailer here? This has an E-track. I'm gonna show it to you here. Yeah, right here. See, it's a reefer truck trailer, and it has a track here. So you can basically put in load bars or straps. You can put straps across to secure your load properly. And then I'll show you another one. When you go to a dry van, the floors are different. Okay, entirely different. Let me see if I can show you a dry van. Again, wooden floors. Okay, so this is how a dry van floor is. Wood, easier to secure any freight, and the way it looks, I'll show you. Every 2 feet or so, you'll have those rails over there. You can basically put in load bars or stick straps across the trailer. It's gonna help you haul good stuff. So dry van's done, reefer done, heater done. Now let's come to flatbed. This is what a flatbed looks like. 3 axles. They're meant for heavy haulage. Basically, more expertise required with this one. The driver needs to physically get out and tie those straps down, tighten them up, make sure his load is secure, because you cannot take a chance with those heavy coils on this trailer, on the highway. So this was the introduction to the basic equipment you're going to come across within North America while you're dispatching. So you got to make sure that when you're looking into this, since I'm Googling from India right now, see, I see rates in Indian rupees right now. So, okay, not in CAD or USD. So I'm going to show you what is next here. So before you book any load, you gotta make sure what kind of equipment you're dealing with. Flatbed, a dry van, heater, temperature control, reefer, whatever the customer needs. You cannot just see, oh, it picks up from here, it delivers here, so I gotta get this load, book it and give it to my driver. But what if the driver does not even have that trailer that's required by the customer? So you gotta figure out what kind of equipment your customer needs, and then the load book gives you information, and then what you do with that information helps you optimize your operations for the carrier you're working with or the trucking company you're working with. And then as a dispatcher, you should know the equipment profile of every truck and trailers. They're both connected. Okay, simple thing. I can go and connect this flatbed with that same unit 114 now goes to connects to a flatbed. So let's say you forget updating your system that, okay, 114 is connected to a flatbed. Let's say on your system it still has a dry van, and what if without looking your own profiles, you just book a dry van load for that flatbed guy? You're in trouble. So basically you're gonna make sure you're booking the right freight for the right equipment. Okay, important point. So basically, let's say imagine like a broker giving you like a pickup that you cannot pick up in your trailer. That's a totally different thing. That truck ordered and not used, you'll get a tonneau. I'll come to that stuff later on in the course. Brokers usually give out tonneaus when they don't use your truck. Okay, let's say they order a truck to a place for a pickup, and then for some reason shipper cannot fit it, or shipper cannot load it. He does not have the proper people or workforce to load it. So they're gonna call you back again. What happens in this case? They'll give you a tonu, truck ordered, not used. I mean, you basically need these 3 4 basic trailers to work with within the dispatch industry in Canada and America. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video, and in the next video I'm going to show you how to read a load sheet from pickup to delivery, weight and commodity, stuff like that. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.